Ladies and gentlemen, we have a David Ornstein bomber. Breaking news. Exclusive coming in from David Ornstein. 100% that Alejandro Garnacho has been told by Ruben Amorim that he's staying and that he's free to look for a new club. What is that all about? And breaking my silence after that defeat. It hurts. I haven't been, live or doing anything. So therefore, it's a recording because I'm still hurting of the Manchester United conundrum. We're talking about losing against Spurs and gifting them a trophy. But anyway, we're going to talk about Alejandro Garnacho. We're going to go over in details regarding what's going on with that story. It's been told the writing is on the wall, but also the latest with Viktor Gyökeres. We have some exclusive information from the agent camp and also confirmation by other Tier 1 journalists. Manchester United still negotiating hard for Viktor Gyökeres. They see him still as the #1 project or target. Depending on without Champions League, they're still trying to convince and balancing the budget. Guys, do me a massive favor. You know what to do. Yes, like and subscribe and get right into the story regarding Alejandro Garnacho. 100% we know that the writing was on the wall already in January. We know that the finances are dire. We know that he's been spinning out his dummy in the Europa League final, speaking to the media after that he, helped this team, to the Europa League final. He only got to play 20 minutes, crying, and his brother was also tweeting it out. And I think that Ruben Amorim had none of it, and we're going to go over the Athletic report. But however, David Ornstein confirms that exclusive Ruben Amorim informed Manchester United squad he will be in charge next season. Woo. He also tells Alejandro Garnacho to find a new club. Ruthless. Happened during the meeting between Portuguese head coach at Manchester United and players Carrington earlier today. So we know that the press conference was delayed. We're talking about the Ruben's presser before the last kick of the game of the season. It was actually supposed to take place yesterday, but it was actually taking place today. So he came fresh from that meeting, fresh from Carrington, and spoke about even, reporters was asking him about Captain Bruno. And he basically said, I don't want Bruno to leave. But at the end of the day, the sacrificial lamb in how Manchester United can make money is through Alejandro Garnacho and sales of potentially other starlets like Marcus Rashford were leaving. You have Anthony Dos Santos will most likely be leaving. We've seen that Alvaro Fernandes, another pure profit, is going to Real Madrid, and that is 50% recuperation. So seriously, he doesn't really want to lose, Captain Bruno. But at the end of the day, the club decides. But let's go right into the stories, what David Ornstein was saying. Ruben Amorim has informed his Manchester United squad he will remain in charge next season, according to the Athletic, while telling Alejandro Garnacho to find a new club. Following Wednesday Europa League final defeat against Tottenham Hotspurs, the Portuguese head coach offered to walk away from Old Trafford without any compensation if the board and fans no longer felt he was the man for the job. Now, apparently now he is the man for the job. He has repeatedly insisted he will not quit despite United starting the worst finish in the Premier League era. Well, it wasn't really his fault, without any game of the season remaining against Aston Villa on this Sunday. They sit 16th in the top flight table, which is arguably, this hurts. This is the worst Premier League season we have had, and finishing. Sources with well-known connection matter of speaking anonymously to project relationships indicate that Amorim addressed players at the club's Carrington training ground on Saturday to inform them his own plans, and in front of the group, those for Garnacho. So basically, brutally to say, you're not part of my plan, you're not part of my plan, get out, pack your bags, you're not a team player. And Garnacho hinted at frustration with Amorim after only being introduced at the 75th minute. That was Garnacho's fault, right? To be substituting is like you. And the thing is, he went and spat his dummy out and said, we are shit. And I've been, carrying this team for the remaining of the season. bringing us to the final, and I get to play 20 minutes. Self-entitlement. Well, excuse me, Garnacho's brother Roberto. And by the way, what do you call a player with one rubber toe? Roberto. What do you call one player with a rubber toe that just lost his car? Roberto Carlos. Jokes aside. But however, Garnacho's brother Roberto also made it worse by posted pointless message on Instagram saying his sibling has been thrown under the bus by Amorim, suggesting that Garnacho miss against the Athletic Club in the semi-final second leg helped inform his call to start Mason Mount over him against Spurs. Bloody, bloody, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Garnacho even said it's hard for everyone. This was a shit season, both losing the final tonight and in the league, where we didn't beat anyone. That's the truth. Garnacho told reporters up to the final, I would play every round, and to play 20 minutes today, I don't know. I'm going to try to enjoy the summer and see what happens after. Well, hang on a second. You just got the verdict by speaking publicly out, and Ruben Amorim ain't having it. Yes, Garnacho, I love you, but in a Ruben Amorim system, you've not been showing the consistency. He's been giving you the chance. You had the poorest season this season. Together with Rasmus Højlund, I think that this is the inevitable evil that the club needs to do. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you think it's the right from Ruben Amorim to sell him? We know that Napoli wants him. They've been knocking on the door since January, and Conte has been saying he's going to make Garnacho his priority signing. However, if you look at now, the Napoli is finding out that he's no longer wanted. They're going to try to utilize a bargain method here to say we offer you 40 million scandalous money for Garnacho, but he's actually worth 65 million. Honest to God. So yeah, Garnacho to Napoli, that would be something cooking together with Scott McTominay, which was voted Player of the Year. Another hot story is also our own manager Erik ten Hag seems to be taking the job confirmed by Fabrizio Romano to buy in Leverkusen. But let's nip it in the bud and let me know in the comment section below. Ruben Amorim is axing his star player, no longer 20-year-old, with his brother Roberto. They can go and cry baby in another club. I don't mind. We need to be ruthless. Since we lost out the Europa League final, we need to gather money. And another thing that I keep bother me, will they also sell Kobe Mainoo? Kobe Mainoo that only got 2 minutes on the pitch. Was that an indicator that he's not really wanted at the club either, that he's a surplus for requirement, and that he's a profit that, you know, Manchester United look to cash in on? And that's how they're going to make the 100 millions, together with Anthony as well, together with a lot of other sales for Rashford and everything. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you think? Another one that I want to dive into is, of course, the story regarding Viktor Gyökeres. We did report about this a few days ago. That was before the Europa League final. We got some information from his agent, Hassan Centinaglia from ADM Agency, which we know personally as well. The Manchester United are requested Viktor Gyökeres to delay, and they are presenting the final vision for him after the Europa League final. There was some other reports saying that, you know what, there is no other European club in for him other than Manchester United. The club intends to present the vision to following after the cup finals on Wednesday, and the negotiations is still going. So the links to Arsenal is kind of died out a little bit. There was more media driven. Arsenals tend to go for, they had genuine interest in Benjamin Sesko in January, and then, you know, Berta is the sporting director there, is pursuing that dream. So why would they deviate from target if they look at the playing style, which striker will fit Arsenal? And I believe that Benjamin Sesko fits that structure more likely. And also the Real, and also there was some links regarding Real Madrid's Rodrigo as well, that he might be interested in Arsenal. So Viktor Gyökeres has been on the list, but it's not as hot as it is. Manchester United, according to our sources, are still trying to convince Gyokeres that you be the main man. This is the vision. This is the project. Yes, you will not be in the Champions League, but this gives us a lot of time to prep, and we will be in the Champions League next season. And while you get into the Champions League, you'll be getting us an extra bonus if you do get us to there. That's what I've been told, but we should see what happens. A lot of journalists are reporting that you should really listen to what Fabrizio Romano is saying in Ornstein. However, if we do get a snippet of information from the agency side, it's our duty to report to what we are hearing. However, the transfer window, it's just about to open in 1 week's time. Man United are traveling to Kuala Lumpur, and breaking news, I was supposed to go there to watch, but after this I feel a bit deflated, and I don't simply want to feel like I want to go and attend a funeral, because normally when you go and watch the team, you go there and celebrate for a successful season and winning Europa League and Champions League and all that stuff. This season I felt like, okay, I was giving a VIP press ticket, but at the end of the day, why should I spend my money to go on a flight, to book a hotel, to see what to celebrate what? So pardon me, I love this club, but at the moment I don't feel confident until everything is being presented, signed, sealed and delivered, and we will be covering the transfer window, but not the PR spin that comes out. If there is something real to come out on this channel, we will report it. And however, let me know what you think. Liam Delap has also been presented to Everton, and the stories behind that Liam Delap is not ready to take on. He's been told by his management not to take Manchester United or Chelsea, to go more to develop at Everton and then go for a bigger club. So I believe in what I've been told around the club as well, that the rumors around the signing of Gyokeres is that Manchester United hierarchy wants to make a statement. They want to support Ruben Amorim after this shit season and losing out Europa League. So we will probably hear an announcement of here we go very soon from Matthias Cunha, but the next to follow will be probably we hear about Viktor Gyökeres. To be or not to be, they're pushing hard. Well, let's see how this transpires. Do not forget to like and subscribe. This is Mick Ruby from Mufc Realist TV and the Done Deal Show, breaking the silence, but with some significant news. Hope you enjoyed this 12 minutes video. Please do not forget to like and subscribe, and we should see you live very, very soon. Glory, glory, Manchester United. We need to rise again. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.
Oh, how do you feel to be a Man United fan today? Do you feel like me?